T-SQL, interview questions and answers. Beginner means advanced. Introduction. Transact SQL, T-SQL, is an extension of SQL used primarily with Microsoft SQL Server. T-SQL is widely used for check, database development, stored procedures, reporting, ETL processing, backend systems, enterprise applications. T-SQL provides procedural programming, transaction handling, error handling, advanced querying, performance optimization. 1 to 20. T-SQL Basics. What is T-SQL? T-SQL is Microsoft's extension to SQL. What database uses T-SQL? Microsoft SQL Server. What does SQL stand for? Structured Query Language. Organized collection of data. What is table? Structure storing rows and columns. What is row? Single record in table. What is column? Specific data field in table. What is primary key? Unique identifier for table rows. What is foreign key? Relationship reference between tables. What is select statement? Select star from users. What is where clause? Select star from users where age equals 18. What is insert statement? Insert into user's name values John. What is update statement? Update user's set name Mary. What is delete statement? Delete from users where ID equals 1. What is order by? Order by name ASC. What is group by? Groups rows for aggregation. Group by example. Select department, count star. From employees, group by department. What is having clause? Filters grouped results. What is distinct? Select distinct city from users. What is top keyword? Select top 10 star from users. 21 to 40. Joins, functions, and views. What is join? Combines rows from multiple tables. Types of joins? Inner join, left join, right join, full join, inner join example. Select star from orders O, inner join users U on O.userid equals U.id. Left join meaning? Returns all left table rows. What is self-join? Joining table with itself. What is union? Combines result sets removing duplicates. Union all versus union. Union all keeps duplicates. What is subquery? Query inside another query. Subquery example. Select star from users where ID in select userid from orders. What is scalar function? Returns single value. Common aggregate functions? Count, sum, AVG, max, min. Count example. Select count star from users. What is string concatenation? Select first name plus last name. What is null? Select is null main unknown. What is coalesce? Returns first non-null value. What is cast? Select cast age as varchar. What is convert? Converts data types with formatting support. What is view? Virtual table based on query. View example. Create view active users as select star from users. Why use views? Abstraction. Absecurity. Absolution. Reusable queries. 41 to 70. Stored procedures, transactions, and advanced queries. Precompiled SQL program. Stored procedure example. Create procedure, get users AS, begin select R from users, end. Why use stored procedures? Performance, security, reusable logic. What is parameterized procedure? User died int. What is user-defined function? UDF. Reusable custom SQL function. Scalar UDF example. Create function getName. What is table-valued function? Function returning table result. Logical unit of work. Transaction example. Begin transaction. What is commit? Permanently saves transaction changes. What is rollback? Reverts transaction changes. What is ACID property? Atomicity, consistency, isolation, durability. What is deadlock? Two transactions waiting on each other. What causes deadlocks? Conflicting locks. Circular waiting. What is locking? Preventing conflicting data access. Types of locks? Shared, exclusive, update. What is isolation level? Controls transaction visibility. Common isolation levels? COM. Read committed. Repeatable read. Serializable. What is dirty read? Reading uncommitted data. What is non-repeatable read? Same query returns different results. What is phantom read? New rows appear between queries. What is try catch in T-SQL? Begin try, end try. Begin catch, end catch. What is raise error? Raise error 16.1. What is throw? Modern exception throwing mechanism. What is temporary table? Create table --temp. What is table variable? Declare at users table. Temp table versus table variable. Temp tables better for larger datasets. What is common table expression? CTE. Temporary named result set. CTE example with user CTE as select star from users. What is recursive CTE? CTE referencing itself recursively. 71 to 100, performance optimization, and advanced T-SQL. Data structure improving query performance. Types of indexes? Clustered, non-clustered. What is clustered index? Defines physical row order. What is non-clustered index? Separate lookup structure. Why use indexes? Faster searches. Optimized joins. What is index fragmentation? Inefficient index storage layout. What is execution plan? Query execution strategy. Set show plan all on. What is query optimization? Improving query performance. Common optimization techniques? Indexing, avoiding select star, reducing scans. Malicious SQL execution vulnerability. How prevent SQL injection? Check. Parameterized queries. Check. Stored procedures. What is parameter sniffing? SQL Server optimizing query using initial parameter values. What is dynamic SQL? SQL generated at runtime. Dynamic SQL example, exec SQL. What is cursor? Row-by-row processing mechanism. Why avoid cursors? Slow performance, slow resource intensive. What is set-based processing? Operating on groups of rows together. What is window function? Performs calculations across row sets. Row number example, row number over order by ID. What is rank? Rank over order by salary desk. What is partitioning? Splitting large tables logically. What is ETL in SQL? Check. Extract. Transform. Load. What is SQL agent? Job scheduling service in SQL Server. Common T-SQL interview topics. Joins, stored procedures, indexing, transactions, CTEs. Common T-SQL problems. Slow queries, deadlocks, missing indexes. Use indexes carefully. Prefer set-based logic. Avoid unnecessary cursors. Biggest T-SQL interview concept: query optimization and transaction management. Joins, procedures, indexing, transactions, and performance tuning. Why is T-SQL important? T-SQL powers enterprise-grade SQL Server applications with advanced querying and procedural capabilities. T-SQL interviews focus on: check. SQL querying, joins and subqueries, stored procedures, transactions and locking, indexing and optimization, CTEs and window functions, error handling, database performance tuning. Key idea: strong T-SQL developers understand efficient querying, transaction safety, indexing strategies, and scalable SQL Server optimization techniques.